Right, the rear bar. This is a video that's been long overdue. There's been a huge gap between the last video and this video. We've just been hampered by lots of logistical problems, by parts not showing up, things being held in customs and all sorts of crazy stuff. But that is the nature of any sort of project. You're always going to have some form of curveball thrown at you. It doesn't always go according to plan. Nothing ever does. But we're here now. So what we've done is removed all the material, all the associated bracketry with the factory bumper. That's all been removed to get ready to accept all the new brackets for the new tire carrier and jerry can carrier. The swing out, they both swing out on gas struts. So the two arms are already been built and welded up and fabricated. So they're all done. It's just moving on to the physical bar now, the main components of everything, getting that bolted up. And once that's bolted up, we've got to get the brackets, tack them all in place on the vehicle so the alignment and fitment is good. And once we're happy with that, we can take it off, we can fully weld everything. So there's a lot of welding I've got to do, a lot of grinding, get everything nice and prepped. So we're going to be burning the midnight oil tonight, I can guarantee that. So we've got some decent spindles. I bought these, I got these imported from Australia. I didn't really find much in the UK. There's not anything that I saw that really jumped out at me that was really heavy duty, so I just kind of went with my gut and got these from Australia. So I do need to adjust the height of these, so I do need to chop these down. These are pretty thick, so this is going to take me a while. So I'm going to work on getting the bar work, the main stuff done first, and then we'll work on just adjusting the height of the spindle, and then get the spindles in place, and we can start slotting on the arms and get that all done. So there's a hell of a lot of welding, a lot of grinding, so let's get it done. And we've got paint tomorrow as well, so we've got to get it finished today. Tomorrow we've got paint, so we've got it all painted, ready for the week. So and then we've got gull wings arriving next week, which is good. That'll be another video on its own, so I'm pretty stoked. I've been waiting about 6 weeks for those to arrive, and they're finally here, so I'm pretty stoked. But for now, let's get this bar done, and I will see you at the end of the video. Okay, after burning the midnight oil last night, I had to stop. I couldn't do much more noisy work because I have neighbours around. So I jumped on it first thing this morning, finished up the arms. I had to basically weld on the caps, welded on the latches, and ground down all the welds, make sure everything's nice and neat and tidy, and have a look for any sort of imperfections. Went over that, did that, jumped on the imperfections and sorted them out. Got that done, got all the bracketry done, everything's fitted, the final fitment was good, it looked really good. I'm really happy with that. Now we're on to paint, hence why everything's hanging up like a Christmas tree here. So I opted to spray everything myself because I'd like to show you guys that you can do this at home. You can do, but if you prefer to just send the stuff away for powder coating, then that's your personal preference. But Raptor coating is really durable, it's really great paint, and it's very, very easy to apply. So two methods: you can use a Schultz gun, which comes in a kit, but when you apply it, it comes out really thick and really mottled. If you want to choose a more finer texture, use an HVLP gun. That is much better. It comes out a nice fine texture. But get yourself these little paint cups. These have all the ratios on these, and you're looking for a 3:1 ratio for the Raptor coat. So I've got black Raptor coat. We can apply that 3:1 ratio on this, and then water it down or reduce it up to 20%. So we're going to go to 15%, and then it gives a really nice fine texture. So we're going to do that. Give it a few coats while the oven is baking because it's nice and warm outside. So we're going to jump straight on that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the time lapses, and we'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, introducing the Dirtworks wheel carrier, tire carrier, and jerry can holder bar. Now, very happy with the way the bar's turned out. Where I left you off, we was finished spraying the bar. I have missed a couple of spots. That's okay. That's the reason why we chose Raptor coat, is for that very reason. If you miss spots, if you scuff the bar, anything happens over time, you can touch it up relatively easily and relatively cheaply as well. We have added the reverse lights in that period of time as well. That's really going to help us when reversing the truck. Very happy with the fact that the 35-inch tire actually fits on the bar just with the jerry can. If I had to do it again, I would probably shift it over ever so slightly, probably by 20 or 30 mil, just to give us a little bit more breathing room on the other side. I'll show you that in a second. We have added the aftermarket mud flaps. That is nice and heavy duty. We've added some cable to that, which are on quick release clips, and that basically keeps your mud guards from being torn off if you're going through holes or any ruts, or if you're going in rocky sections. It stops your mud flaps from basically going up into your tires and potentially being ripped off. So that kind of mitigates that problem. So that is kind of the bar in a nutshell. Happy with the way everything's turned out. Nice decent little latches, nice and simple. Open up. Very, very powerful gas struts. These things make working with a 35-inch tire an absolute breeze. So much so, when I built the bar, I did a test on these gas struts, tack welded the latch on there, the brackets, and when I tried to close the arm, it basically broke the bracket straight off. So a very, very powerful gas strut, and like I said, it makes simple use of that 35-inch tire. So we still have the factory mount ready for the tow bar. That still needs to be added. Both spindles are greasable. They come with greasable nipples. They've got grease in there to keep them running smoothly over time. If there's anything I would add to this bar is a little bit more strength in this arm. As you can imagine, there's a 35-inch tire there. There's a lot of weight, especially on that single point there. So I will put a weld in a step-up plate there and probably just reinforce the spindle a little bit more, just to give myself a little bit of peace of mind, because I do find myself watching the tire quite a lot, because it has happened to me in the past where the original tire carrier broke off on me, and I think that was over time. It just got tired. I think the fabrication of it, not exactly the fabrication, but it's spindles. You've got all that weight hanging off a single point. There's a lot of stress on that, and the movement of a tire, doing that over a period of time, it weakens the steel and eventually it cracks and it'll break off. So I want to try and stop that altogether by reinforcing this section here and putting a lot less stress on that spindle. Then that is the course for what we're going to be doing. As you can imagine, 35-inch tire and all the other bits and pieces that are hanging off of it have added a little bit more distance to the rear of the truck, so we need to add a rear facing camera so we can reverse easily into spots, especially with our nice lights that we've added. So overall, very happy with the bar, super stoked. I'm glad it's on, it's done, it's what we wanted to do for a very, very long time. It's complete. I'll show you how it all closes together, nice and simple. These gas struts really make moving this 35-inch tire an absolute breeze. The only thing, like I said, is I would add a little bit more space between the tire and the jerry can holder there. So what we've got to do is, to get that in there, we've got to kind of slam it in and then close that latch, and then everything's locked in, so at least I know nothing is going to move on the back of the truck. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions about the bar, let me know down below. But join me in the next week where we are going to talk about these beauties, the gull wings on both sides. Super simple to install, but find me in next week's video where we go through it. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next one.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.